WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
Voters in Michigan who would normally support a Democratic presidential candidate are calling on voters to protest his nomination in the primary next week. And it is our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Over the weekend, thousands in Michigan decided to submit their votes early in the presidential primary, but many in the Arab American community are using this election to take a stand against President Joe Biden. Darylyn Horn spoke with some of them, and she's here for you now to explain why they will check uncommitted on the ballot.
That's right, Sherry and Siobhan. To vote uncommitted on the ballot in the primaries means that you are using your legal right to vote, but not supporting any candidate. And Arab American voters say President Biden's handling of the war in Gaza is the reason why. But a political expert says it won't make much of a difference.
It may seem like a small effort, but it's already working.
MSU student and Arab American Saba Saad says she's a Democrat, but this year she's not voting for President Biden or anyone currently on the ballot.
Joe Biden's already kind of switched up on how he views Dearborn and Arab Americans, and he's not addressed anything about them in the past months, up until this uncommitted stuff happened.
Saad says she was born in the West Bank, so watching the war play out has been tough. But President Biden not calling for a ceasefire, she says, is even tougher.
The only reason that this is an American responsibility to call for a ceasefire is because it is my tax dollars, everybody's tax dollars, that are going to Israel to fund this genocide.
Which is why she hopes the results from the Michigan primary will send a clear message to the president to stop supporting the Gaza war. Lexi Zaydan is a political activist with Listen to Michigan, one of the largest groups leading the pack in Michigan's Arab American community. She says right now none of the presidential candidates have their support, including former President Donald Trump.
We are no longer settling for this option where we have to decide between the lesser of two evils, and we are utilizing our right to vote to pressure our administration and any leader.
It's basically over, especially on the Democratic side, where Joe Biden is sailing to renomination.
MSU political expert Matt Grossman says while this could send a clear message to the president, it's less likely to be a threat in the general election.
There's really not real competition, and so that leaves open this option of maybe just voting uncommitted.
But Saad believes if enough people rally together, change can happen.
I am aware of this. This is not okay, and I am taking a stance.
And the statistics suggest something is happening. According to practical political data, 88% of Arab American voters requested Democratic ballots in the primary elections in 2020. This year, that number dropped to 70%, and the firm says a surprising percentage of Arab Americans are selecting Republican ballots. Sherry, Siobhan.